Sorry about that. I broke my own rule. I'm normally a one-shot gang, and I don't do retakes. And this is not a retake. Apparently, when you click the little loom button up here, it ends your video. I was just trying to find myself, but I was hidden behind ECoastArb here. But we're back at it, and let's continue on down. Now that I can see me and you can see me. We got Dr. Min, some kind of skin moisturizer here. This is a 2-pack, so it is a bundle. Looking for 24 bucks, and let's see, his buy box in at 50, but that may be a little bit of inflation here recently. I would say your floor here is going to be about 45, but that's what we got typed in the ECoastArb. So can we get a 2-pack for 24 bucks? So we need 12 bucks a piece on these. And let's just start right here directly from the manufacturer. I see they are available at Walgreens, and that really interests me, as well as CVS. Both of those often do some pretty good sales. Looks like we're getting 20% off here if you spend 40 bucks, and this is not even close to profitable. Wow. We need to be getting these for 12 bucks. Is that right? Yeah, so, don't think that would work. Let's see if we can try to figure out how it worked. What is it? How much is it at CVS? Okay, wow, 38 bucks here too. Man, that is not even close. I don't know if maybe this was a buy one get one free with a coupon stacked, or maybe people just aren't sourcing it here. But that is way too much. Let's try these other two while we're here, just in case. Okay, so we've got a single here for 24 bucks. And it looks like we can get 20% off here with an email sign up. But that is still not going to... Oh, okay, so this 24 bucks is... I think that might be with the email. Let's see, 20%. Okay, no. It says Memorial Day sale, but... so maybe this isn't. So hopefully we can stack 20% on top of that, but that's still not going to be enough to make it worthwhile. Let's try this. This looks pretty similar. 20. We can get $23.99 here with a subscribe, and 20% off of that is still not going to be even close to our $12 maximum. So we got it here at Walmart for 24. Again, not going to be close enough. So I think we might better just keep moving on this one, because I don't see anything close enough to coupon around. Especially we're doing the 2-pack here. If this was a single pack, we could probably make it work. But it is not. So let's keep rolling down the list. Got some Clinique makeup here. Clinique pops up every day on my searches. It's a very arbitrageable brand, so definitely be looking out for their products. And some of them are super popular. You can see there's a lot of sales volume on this one here. Typically a lot of variations, a lot of different color tones, and some of them do not sell at all, and some of them sell very well. So make sure you're doing your diligence, do your research, go through the variations, see what's selling and what's not. And you don't have to, I don't know if I've said this before, but you don't have to be selling the top selling variation. I mean, there's oftentimes I actually go for the second or third just right off the bat, because everybody that looks at it is going to look for the first. So you can oftentimes capitalize on some other opportunities a little lower on the list, but still with plenty of traction. Like this one, for example, I'm sure there's several colors that are close. Yeah, so this top variation here, Ivory 03, and that is actually not the one we found in our Keepa search, which is good. But you can see most of most of these top 5 colors are still getting some pretty good traction, and usually the ones a little lower down the list have a little more stability because not as many people are looking at them. Let's see where we are on the list with our cream. Here we are. Okay, so 80 reviews, 2%. That's plenty doable. A couple of sales here, not a ton, but there are some sales happening. The less, I guess, straight lines is what you would call it here. The more sales. So like something like this is selling just a little bit better currently than this. Now, even though this one has a few more ratings overall, right now at least, this one in particular is selling a little bit faster because you can see these ratings are not as many straight lines. Now, something like this is probably not selling a ton, even though it's got some reviews here. That review count has quit climbing for the last 3 months, so that's not really a good indicator of any sales. Not that none have happened. I'm not saying that's zero, but you can see on some of these top variations on up the list here, you got to climb a steady stair step up and to the right in our ratings, and especially once you get closer to the top of the list, like that is selling through very well. And a lot of it can be price dependent. So like this one hasn't had any sales traction in the last 3 months, but it's also double price what most of these other ones are, or some of them at least. And that definitely tends to come more into play a little lower down the list. A lot of times the top couple variations will still continue to sell through even through those price inflations and stuff like that. Like this one, for instance, still selling pretty well. But let's get back to our task here. See if we can find this thing for 22 bucks. And I don't know if we're going to have a match here, but I think I mentioned yesterday, Saks does some pretty good Clinique sales from time to time. You can see here we're 55% off. Not going to be a match for what we're looking for right now, but I'm going to take the extra 14 seconds it takes to look this up because that's a pretty good price. And I know this is an arbitrageable brand. So let's see here, and looks like it might have actually paid off this time. Really hit or miss here. Sometimes you can look these up and they're not worth looking into, but I mean, all I had to do here was click one button. It took 5 extra seconds. So let's see if we can make this work. Buy box at 29. We've got the Clinique Super Balanced Makeup Foundation. Super Balanced Makeup Foundation. 13.5 petal. This says petal. It says 01. So I'm not completely sure if that is a match or not, to be honest. I'm still not a makeup expert, even after looking through hundreds and hundreds of makeup listings in the past couple weeks. There's so many variations, it gets a little confusing to me. But it does say petal, so I'm guessing this is hopefully the right thing. Don't hold me to it. And I don't think Saks does UPC. No. But it looks to be the right product. Package is the same. And we are getting some variation. Not the top variation here, but we still have a good amount of ratings. And we're getting about 30% of this buy box, which is going to put you somewhere in the upper 30s, maybe low 40s on your sales per month, I believe. So is a little bit inflated currently, or maybe it just tanked for a while back here. Let's look at this. Okay, so in our 3 month here, it looks like the price come down quite a bit here recently, about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Our seller count got a little high, And looks like they sold through and it's coming back down, which is good. Let's back out to the year here. Looks pretty steady. Most of last year was in the 28 range, which is about where it's at now. Came up a little bit in the fall. That makes sense. Getting towards holiday season, it probably goes up. But you can see it slowed down in sales here when it got too expensive. It's like there's some FBM offers at almost $50, but selling pretty good right now. I don't know how long this 29 will hold, so and that's, if it doesn't, we're going to be out of luck here, because if it comes down to 26, we're going to need to be at 13. I think we were at $14.99 here, so $14.99 here. Let's see if they've got any codes today. Okay, so you can join your rewards and get 10%. Download the app and get 10%. Free shipping. Jewelry and watches not applies. Candle, buy one get one 50. That might be worth looking into a little bit later. Whatever this brand is, 20%. Okay, so I don't see any major. You could sign up here and get the 10%. You'd take off about $1.50, which would probably put you really close, if not where you need to be. So you'd be at $13.50, just a hair over. And this is assuming this worst case scenario, coming down back to that 26 range that we had right here in this zone. It looks like it actually dipped just a little lower than that. So 25, 24 would probably not be the greatest here. But it's also important to note that even if it does drop to that kind of historical low of 24, looks like 24.50 is the lowest I saw. And that's in the 3-month, and just a couple right here on the year long in that range, but those are very minor. I would feel pretty confident putting in a test buy on something like this. I wouldn't go buy 20 of them or anything like that, but if you could hold out that 29 for a couple weeks, or at least long enough to get you checked in and sell your units, you'd be pretty good, looking at a little over 50% ROI here and almost a $7 profit if we can hold out on that 29. I think something like this would probably stay fairly stable in the 27 to 29 range, given our seller count. But also, if it starts creeping up back into the mid 20s like it did here, or low 20s, definitely could see that price come down a hair. So keep stuff like that in mind when you're sourcing, especially when you're trying to figure out how many units to buy of a product. Start small, buy 5, see what happens. If they sell, buy 5 more, buy 10. Don't just go buy 20 right off the bat. That's just asking for trouble, I think. But that's just my opinion. That's how I do it. I have a pretty good system. So I'm going to call that a win for now. Maybe a temporary hot flip win. Definitely something to keep an eye on price-wise if you did buy them. And I would want to make sure if that price starts coming down or that seller count starts going up too high, I would start looking at liquidating, or maybe taking a little less profit just to rid yourself of that stock and not get stuck with it. Cool. So I'm going to call that one a win too. Let's keep moving. And got some Bath and Body Works here. We might be too late to the party on this one. Wow, a lot of variations also. And let's see. Let's make sure this is selling before we even try to source it. Super stable. $5 price. That looks really, really good. This probably would have been a good product to get on anytime in the last year. And especially here recently with the Bath and Body Works chain going out of business. Let's see if we can find this stuff or if we were too late. That actually might be it right there. The sleep, is this the sleep? No, it is not. Okay, let's do this. Nope, we might be late to the party here, but it looks like this one is buy 3, get 3 free, which is essentially 50% discount. It's kind of weird how it says buy 2, get 1 free, or buy 3, get 3. That's a pretty substantial difference. But that's a pretty good deal. Let's see if we can find this one. Again, take the extra 5 seconds to look stuff up. That probably is it right there. Pretty high ranked. Could have a bundle here, but that one looks a little bit different. Let's try image search. And can we find it? Be pretty cool if we did. But I do not see anything on Amazon. That looks close. But that is not there. But that interests me at $47. If it's okay, it's a pretty big bundle. That's why. 4-pack there. Could be possibly profitable. You would have to do some time on this one and go through and look at each one of these individually. And if they all have sales similar to this going on, that could definitely be profitable because we're getting this one at basically $7.75. Per unit, and we got a 4-pack here for $23. So if we could get all of those at the same price, we'd be a little over. But I do know they were doing a really good sale on these soaps a while back. I think it's over now, but they were marked down to $2.50 at one point. So could be worth looking into. I'm not going to do it in this video, and I think we might be out of luck here too, unless we want something in the 1 million rank, and that definitely does not interest me. So keep moving. And don't know what this is, but we're going to go right on down the list. $32. Probably need to get it for 14, 15, 16.80, even better. Can we do it? Eucerin, I've definitely heard of that brand before, but can we get what we're looking for here? This is the night. Could be good here at 21, but we would have to coupon that pretty good to get it down to that 16 range, and I'm not super sure about this particular site. Free samples, free delivery. They have quite a few Eucerin products. But to get that 21 down to 16, we're going to need probably 30, 35%, maybe a little more, 21, 24. Okay, so maybe not quite as much as I thought. You could probably get it for 25% and make that work. I don't see anything. That's probably going to be a stretch. It seems like to me, I have noticed at least sometimes these smaller, I don't want to call them no name because this may be a bigger website than I realize, but a lot of times the not the major websites don't typically have a ton of promo codes, and you gotta more so catch stuff on sale. Now, something like this I could definitely see it being 25% off. But a lot of times on these types of sites, it's a sale. It's just going to be marked down here. It's not going to be a code. And I don't see anything here, so I'm going to turn this off. And it looks like our timer's beeping. But let's go through. Let's get you one more. We'll try to find you a win here at the end. See if I can find one that looks decent. There's some more Bath and Body Works. Probably worth looking into. Wow, I wonder if this is a multi-pack here. $70. It's not, and this is actually the same ASIN we were on earlier, I believe. A lot of variations. Yeah, that's the one we were looking at earlier. Super stable. Is it getting any sales? It's also the sleep. Okay, so this is actually the top variation, which is interesting. That's $70. Wow. Can we get it for 40? We could have a mega win here if we can get this on a Bath and Body Works sale. And actually, there's some of that stuff that was in that bundle, and it looks like it's marked down below that 7 mark. So that bundle is probably worth looking into. I think maybe both of these were in there, and that would put you at 13. I think you had a max cost of 23 on that so you can get the other two for $10. You might be willing to play there. But let's stay focused and see if we can find what we're looking for. And I don't see it right here at the top, which is not good. Not good, not good. Maybe too late on this one. I'm sure somebody out there sourced it before they got gone and probably got a good deal on them. But let's go to the Bath and Body Works website, and just out of curiosity, we're going to search it just in case. And looks like we are out of luck there. So, not going to be able to make that work, unfortunately. Hopefully somebody did somewhere, and if so, good job on that one. That is super stable there. Hasn't budged since January. That's pretty cool. But we are out of time. That's our 30-minute mark. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate everybody that's been commenting and liking my videos. It really helps drive me to keep going. And today is day 25. This is Desmond with ECoastArb, and we'll come back tomorrow. We'll give you another one. Thanks.